This is the iPhone 5S. Released in September of 2013, this was definitely a big change for Apple. This phone brought a few new features that were pretty significant. The first one being that this is the first 64-bit iPhone and probably the first 64-bit phone ever. The second one was it was the first phone to integrate a fingerprint sensor so that you didn't have to enter your password every time. On the previous iPhones, you had to slide and then enter your password. For the 5S, you just click the button and then boom, you're in. You didn't necessarily have to do the slide to unlock feature, you could just lay your thumb on the fingerprint sensor and you would already be in. Now let's talk software. The iPhone 5S launched with iOS 7 and it can be updated all the way to the latest being iOS 12.5.7, I'm pretty sure, which only stopped getting security updates last year. So technically 9 years of software support is really good. Now let's talk app support. The iPhone 5S with iOS 12 will give you support to some applications that don't really have an updated version, or have a fully updated app where the minimum requirement is iOS 12. As you can see, this 5S is not on iOS 12, but instead iOS 10. I'll probably do a video on how I downgraded it to iOS 10, but for now, this is about the iPhone 5S. Now let's talk cameras. How good is the camera? The camera is actually pretty good. Not to mention, it was the first iPhone with slow motion capabilities. Here's an example. No case or screen protector. So the maximum resolution that this thing can actually record is 1080p at 30 FPS. The slow motion camera was 120 frames per second at 720p. Now for the question, can you actually use this phone as a daily driver? And I mean, to be fair, if you're only doing texting and calls, then the 5S is still pretty good, I say. Do I recommend it though? Probably not, due to the fact that the phone is over 10 years old now. Battery life is going to be absolutely atrocious. But I don't know, my opinions could be wrong. Overall, I think the iPhone 5S is actually a really nice upgrade from the iPhone 5, because back in the 2010s, even the slightest of change was still really big for the smartphone. Especially for 64-bit architecture to be added to the iPhone and a fingerprint sensor, that's a pretty big deal. Nowadays, all they add is cameras. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think the iPhone 5S is still a pretty good phone today? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and maybe even subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.